After mounting our rear grip and our reel seat, we're going to mount our foregrip. We need to remount the inside diameter of our foregrip just like we did our rear grip. We've already reamed it out, so now we're going to dry run it just to make sure it all fits. Fits perfect.
Yep.
JL's mixing up some 2-part epoxy, the same epoxy that we used to mount our rear grip, our reel seat, and now we're going to mount our foregrip.
Here you go. It's about all mixed up now, ready to go.
Thank you. So now what we're going to do, just like JL did earlier with the rear grip, take some 2-part epoxy. Again, from that mark we made earlier, we're going to apply epoxy all the way around the rod blank, from that mark all the way down to the reel seat. Now, make sure to apply plenty of glue here, because if you notice in the front of the reel seat, there's a little bit of cavity there that we need to fill with the 2-part epoxy. And the way we're going to do that is when we force our reel seat down, it's going to force that glue down. So now we're going to take our foregrip, we're going to slide our foregrip down. As we get to the epoxy, begin to turn it. And you notice it's kind of globbing up a little bit of epoxy there. That epoxy actually will work its way right into the reel seat.
Whatever comes out is fine. We'll go ahead and clean that up afterwards.
What we're going to do now is peel off the tape. And again, the tape will remove a lot of the excess epoxy from the reel seat. We'll come in with a paper towel and we'll clean up any excess that might be on the outside of the reel seat. Okay, now that we've got our rear grip mounted, our reel seat and foregrip mounted, now we need to install our butt cap and our winding check. In your kit that you received, there should be 3 winding checks. These are the rubber type material that's in your kit. They're designed to actually mount in the front of your foregrip. Now, earlier when we reamed all this out, you notice a lot of chunks of cork had fallen out. We want to cover that up. We want to make a nice, pretty presentation on the front of our foregrip. So what you want to do is pick the right size that fits your rod blank. Okay, in this case, it happens to be the small one. What we'll do is we'll slide it onto our rod blank. And when we slide it on, we want to make sure to cone side up. Stand your rod blank up. A couple of fingers to push it down into place. Just before we get into place, we'll take a little bit of glue, the same 2-part epoxy that we used earlier, and we'll just dab a little bit onto the blank. We don't need a whole lot here. Push your winding check down the rest of the way, butt it right up against your foregrip. Okay? Now JL's going to show you how to install the butt cap.
Okay. Yep, that looks nice. Nice, good finish on here. I'm going to go ahead and cap off the other end with the butt cap. Okay, so what we're going to do, take a little bit of that same epoxy, go ahead and put it on the inside of this butt cap. Okay, make sure you get enough in there so it doesn't come off down the road. Okay, this tenon that we were talking about earlier, the butt cap's going to fit right on there. Give it a few spins just to ensure that it gets epoxy all in there. Okay, I got a little bit of glue on here. Not a problem. Go ahead and wipe that off. Handle's just about finished now. Okay, nice snug fit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and double check our spine one last time, just in case we ever knock this reel seat out of place or anything like that. Okay, so line it up perfectly with my spine mark. Go ahead and set this in the corner of the room. Leave it overnight, let it dry, come back tomorrow for the guides.